We have this beautiful 4-acre land. It's basically like a huge campus. It's beautiful out here. And we want it to be a healing space. So what we wanted to do is imagine from a child's perspective, from a family's perspective, from a community donor. Remember, this space belongs to our community. What can we do to maximize our outdoor learning environment to take advantage of all this beautiful land? So we are working with Precision Landscaping, who introduced us to Jon Fritz, who you're going to hear from. I'm so excited for you to meet Jon. I just think the world of him. He is so talented. We were able to articulate, he came out, I was able to articulate kind of what we wanted to do, and he came back with these breathtaking designs that I'm so excited for everyone to see and get behind. So I'm going to introduce Jon Fritz. He should be on Zoom. And Jon, there you are. Good to see you.
Hi.
Jon, if you could introduce yourself and maybe walk us through some of those cool designs that you have.
Yeah, sure. As Tanya said, my name is Jon Fritz. I'm a landscape designer and the owner of Blue Stem Landscape Design. I got my landscape architecture training through Clemson University some years ago, and I've been designing landscapes here in the upstate for about a decade now. And a few years ago, I took a training through NC State and a program there called the Natural Learning Initiative. And they specialize in natural playgrounds and outdoor learning environments. And so I've got this the skill set now to design spaces specifically for getting kids outdoors and providing more natural experiences in those play areas. So as Tanya mentioned, Precision Landscapes was already working with the Child's Haven to develop the back playground areas into the kind of bones, the original set of play areas. When I met Tanya and the crew there at a Child's Haven back in August, we took a look at what was already there, realized there's a lot of potential with the current conditions, the current features that are included. And we really just wanted to add some things, maybe rearrange a few components so that we can maximize the space and use it to its full potential, both for getting the kids to experience the outdoors, to interact with the natural environment, and to provide lots of opportunities for sensory interactions and therapeutic spaces. So each one of these playground areas that we've put together collectively does target a range of activity levels. You've got areas for large active play. You've got areas for quiet contemplation, lots of interaction with materials, with different sounds, different smells, different textures, and different tastes in some areas. Each one of these playgrounds contains some space for active play, especially wheeled toy play. We've got primary pathways in each one of those spaces. So basically a go-kart tricycle loop where they can get some energy out, open space for ball play or for gathering in a larger group, as well as sensory experiences like water play, both hands only and full body water play, climbing opportunities, theatrical, dramatic play, acoustic play. All of these are components that are worked into these spaces. So as Tanya mentioned, we've got this 4-acre campus. We want to maximize its potential, really add more diversity in that landscape setting, and diversity of experience within those spaces. So some of the other features are included, and I can tell you about the different actual playgrounds. We've got the 2 main playgrounds in the back portion of the property. That's what a lot of the new components worked into. We also have new spaces like improved opportunities around the pavilion playground, because that space is being used for outdoor experience right now. And that is a space that can double as activity center for bigger gatherings, for fundraising events, for family events in that space. But because it will be used for actual recreation space, we wanted to include some of those cool features there too. Other new areas that we're talking about adding are an additional vegetable garden space where Vegetables can be grown by staff and providers for the center itself. The kids can come out and spend some time there and get their hands in the dirt in a more controlled setting. One of the big features of this is fruit trees and blueberries, vines, and those kind of things. Lots of sensory experiences there as well. Playing in the dirt is a good thing. One of the other new spaces we're talking about adding is a retreat garden. So on the east side of the structure, there's a space that is designed specifically for essentially a green leafy decompression chamber. And this is for a quiet contemplative space, both for the children, for families that are visiting that may need some separate space to interact with their children, as well as staff and providers to have a space that's can be relaxing, more isolated, more contemplative. Tanya, any questions, comments?
Can everyone hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Jon, thank you so much. He is so talented. This design, it made me so happy. It felt like Christmas itself when he sent these to me in an email. Christmas came early. I'm telling you, from a child's perspective, I like to see things through the child's eyes. I really try to do that, and I just can't wait to see the faces just turning the corner into a child's haven, and for our children to be just pulled outside, for our providers to have tools and so many different ways to work with our children. I'm just so excited about this. There's so much science, of course, that goes into that, showing that this is the way that children for well-being. This is how they develop optimally. And I really feel like this is going to be the thing that gets us to the next level, and it's going to be also the standard for all child care centers, but especially therapeutic child care centers. It's such a healing space. So really excited about that.